No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Great to have you along. UB Stadium in Buffalo, home to the Buffalo Bulls. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Buffalo's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground.
Turning it on! Got the first down, looking for more. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Complete downfield. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got room at the 35. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Works the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Auburn Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
They're dealing with a second and long. handles it and fires to the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop.
Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Buffalo. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. On the run, it's Cobb. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Now facing a 3rd and long.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Buffalo has it back, but see what the Bulls offense can do. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Makes one man miss. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown Bulls. And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got...
Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Cobb. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Caught in the backfield, it's Herrera. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about...
Touchdown, Auburn! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers.
Continues to fight for yards. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Rushes on him, looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Auburn. The #1 rule for any offense, gentlemen, protect your quarterback. When you do, good things happen.
the number one rule for a defense is to affect the quarterback, or bad things happen to you. Didn't affect the quarterback. Too much time, too clean. You're supposed to frazzle them. You're supposed to find a way to make them feel uncomfortable so they don't have time, so they rush their thought process. That wasn't it.
Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That 3-touchdown lead has been cut to 7. The momentum has shifted, and now a chance to get it back on this drive. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Got his man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lost to throw again. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The Bulls can really attack on this second and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Bulls headed quickly to the line. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Touchdown, Buffalo! Quick strike through the air for the score. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the run, it's Cobb. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Under fire. He's in open space downfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hand.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quickly out to the tight end. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Bulls lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Jukes his way for more. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Line gets set. First down. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Takes a handoff. It's Cobb. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Leaves it with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll take it on the return. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance. Yeah,
nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he drops to throw. Complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They go right back to it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Bulls are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Here's the heat. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside.
Tight end trying to get in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll run it from the gun. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Unloads quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lee. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to roll things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Bulls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on down. Let's go!
Off the play fake on 1st down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game.
Breaks into the open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Brought down inside the 15, mark it at the 14-yard line. Now a 4th down decision to be made by this offense. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Bulls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Looking deep. Pulls it in on the left. Running free. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
On the ready. Direction. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Bulls have their offense in high gear. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. To the air on 2nd down. Touchdown Bulls! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty. He tosses one high playing deep down the left side. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass hits complete. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now first and goal. While this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score, so they might try to score again. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.